Hey Gremlins, it's Evermay. Let us talk about expectations versus reality, especially when you have a body like mine that is sick with illnesses and stuff. It effing fucking sucks. And I started to be polite and then I was like, screw it. I'm talking to my gremlins. They will understand that I'm gonna curse. It's just the way it is. But yeah, so again didn't sleep well. So this is night 3 of shitty sleep. Um, but I anticipate shitty sleep between now and mid-May. So that number 3 is going to grow really fast. But anyway, so I expect to sleep shitty because I am juggling so much and responsible for so much as far as the game and in person and all that fun stuff. And so, yeah, I'm over it. And with not sleeping well, I forget that my body starts being a little more sensitive to things that it normally can handle, like an upset stomach. Normally, I take some Imodium or some Tums or some whatever, and my stomach just gets better and we move on. Not today. I literally had to stop what I was doing and go lay down because I felt so disgusting. And not like gross, like unwashed disgusting, but as in the pain was so intense and the cramping was so bad that I could not function. I just couldn't think. I was not wanting to look at anything or do anything. And I said, screw it. I'm going to go lay down in bed until this passes. And what did it do? It passed. I got up. I came out here. And now I'm fucking recording things because now my energy is tanked. I was fine. I didn't sleep well, but I still had energy and was doing things this morning at 2 o'clock and then again at 8 o'clock. And so, yeah, I have been productive on and off all morning. And then the tummy issue happened, and I end up in bed. I finally get out of bed because my stomach stopped hurting. So I'm like, shit, I can get stuff done now. Fucking wrong. Nope, not happening. My body said, you do too much, I'm going to throw up again. And you're like, well, that was not part of the plan. So, guess what I'm doing? Sitting here waiting for my package to be delivered because I am waiting for an Amazon package. So, if all of a sudden you go on a long pause, it's because you heard my doorbell thingamajigger go off and I'm going to go get my package because I want my package. I've been waiting all day for it. So, yeah, if that happens, you're just going to have a messed up podcast and you're going to have to deal with it because I'm not learning editing for one stupid thing. But anyway, so I'm sitting here trying to figure out what the fuck to do now because I have zero energy for any of it. I don't want to write. I don't want to design. I don't want to do any of it. I want to sit here and watch this little vehicle on my screen when I can get it to appear to tell me that my package is only X amount of stops away. But right now, I don't even have the little Chucky dude because he's not anywhere close to being able to do any of this. So I'm watching the screen going, please, little dude, truck thing, show up so I can track you and I can see how far away you are. But no, it's not happening. And so I'm a little pissy about my package and then the whole tummy thing and now the not wanting to do anything. And so, and I've had to like already play politics this morning in game. So, yeah, we got, so we're in versus mode right now. Every Friday evening is reset. Well, every evening is reset. Reset for the game happens to be at 8 o'clock my time. So every night at 8 o'clock, time switches over. Well, every Friday night at 8 o'clock, versus starts. Versus is when it's our alliance against an alliance in another state, and you can attack them for points. There are rules, like every, thing that there is in a game. So you can't attack anybody 3 levels lower than you, otherwise you get no points. I mean, you can attack them just to be a complete douchebag, but, you get no points, so what's the fucking point? That's at least the theory in stuff. But I learned something is you don't necessarily have to be part of that alliance to do something. By that, I mean I found out that we can get attacked by anybody, and because it's versus, we can't do shit about it. Well, so the game says. So what does Evermay do? Evermay goes into the game and decides to play Diplomat along with R5. Because that's what I am right now. I am playing 2 roles as Diplomat and R5. And yeah, I reached out and I said, yo, what's up? And he's like, oh, I was just coming by to say hi. It's like, you could have sent a message. And he goes, yeah, but it's not as fun. We like to set things on fire, which I get. Setting settlements on fire is fun because we do it in the raid all the time. And, it's part of the game. Part of pixels, you replenish your pixels. And we call the armies pixels because that's what they are. They're just pixels. They're not really people that are getting destroyed. So suck it up, buttercup, kind of thing. So, and I told him in my own unique way that he's more than welcome to join our alliance and work for the family, or we can play Gremlins. And by Gremlins, I mean, don't hit us again, otherwise I can't promise that my alliance won't be a bunch of Gremlins. Because right now, they're cool with it, because I don't think they understand that it wasn't part of Versus. I think everyone assumes that it was somebody in the alliance that we're going against, and not just some random dude that wanted to hit things up. And so yeah, as soon as they find out, they're going to want blood, which is fine. I understand that. So I'm trying to figure out how much blood to give them. Do I give them the whole thing and say, have fun, he's yours, go for it? So what I decided was the first round, I will chalk up to Versus and maybe a rule that I don't know about Versus. But I do plan on looking it up because I am one of those people where I don't trust you, and if there's a new rule or a rule that we are not fully aware of, and then I want to know about it, because I like knowing all the rules, because then that's easier to play in the shadows sometimes, and sometimes you just have to play in the shadows. And so needless to say, I did it in my way, which is not a threat. I basically said, here's the picture of me and my gremlin, which is the nice, cute little gremlin. I said, but I do have a war gremlin, and I'd like to not pull that one out. Meaning, please behave yourself, because I will pull rank and, you know, allow my alliance to have a free-for-all on your butt. That means nothing to me. Absolutely nothing. And so, yeah, I'm waiting for a response to see if he's going to play nice and behave himself and not hit us again, or if he's going to try to hit us again. And if he is, then I'm going to let everyone have fun. They can hunt him. They can hunt. Sorry, I had to blow my nose. Or wipe my nose, I guess I should say. You'd hear it if I blew my nose. But, yeah, I will be more than glad to say if you can hunt him and find him, then he's all yours to destroy if you want. We've done it before. There was one guy who hit us, or hit one person 3 times. And his punishment was a week of getting hit. Well, in the new state, because that all took place in the old state. In the new state, though, that's not the rules. So to strike back, we have to be a little more cautious of who we're striking, because if it is connected to any of the top 10 alliances, then it's our butts on the line. Literally, they will come and destroy us. That is something they're looking forward to. That is something that they want to do. And I'd like to preferably not give them a reason to want that from us. I'd like them to leave us alone and forget that we even exist. Won't happen because we're number 12, so we're too close to them for comfort. So therefore, we have a huge target on our backs, which is fine. I get it from the game standpoint, where that comes from. Not a problem, whatever. What I do not like, though, is the fact that the top 10 makes up the rules for the alliance. And right now, because everyone is at war with each other, it's the old state versus the new state. It is a mess, because when the Russians are in charge, it's one rule. When the Americans are in charge, it's another rule. And so there's weekly, everything changes, which is a big fucking pain in the ass and shouldn't be, in my opinion. There should be rules for the state, period, and everybody should have to follow them. Whether you're a top 10 or not, you're not above the law. But, you know, I'm not governor. I'm not even going to pretend to ever be governor. I don't think I want that responsibility, other than to tell them, so sad, too bad. Suck it up. You don't get to attack freely. Which is what they have been doing all week, is because one of our old allies, who I'm trying to get to reestablish that allyship in the new state, is now in charge. And so they declared peace within the state for the week. Well, the week ends today when we get a new governor. Well, the rate that everything was going in state chat, it's going to be a full-on war, battle, destroy everybody kind of event. So I've been warning all my people that if you're going to go participate in this, watch your back, because they're taking no prisoners. They want top spot, they want to be governor, and they're willing to destroy everybody to get to be governor. Period. They've had a week to plan this. Don't think that they haven't. Because that's one thing that they have going for them, and that's one thing that we are trying to get to be better for our side, is group communication. They have a common enemy, which is us. We have a common enemy, which is them, which is unfortunate, because it would be nice if the whole state got along so we could just live in harmony, you know, typical game violence, but other than that, and I say violence, I mean, we kill zombies and attack settlements. There's no actual violence. But yeah, I am ready for them to figure it out. Preferably sooner than later, but I don't think that will happen. But yeah, so I've warned my people to stay the F away or to really just watch your back. And we'll see. I don't think the ones that I know normally do the event, from what I have talked to them this morning about, doesn't look like they're going to join in. It's going to be too much of a bloodbath to join in safely and then be able to do the raid tomorrow. So, yeah, things are up in the air. We'll find out this evening, or later this afternoon, I should say, who the new governor is, and if it's going to be a Russian or an American, and what the next week will look like for my alliance. My R5 is officially not even in his home state anymore. He is traveling, so luckily we had backpedaled and I became R5 while he was still in town for a few days, which was really great because I needed his encouragement and his vote of confidence. And so now he's officially, as of yesterday, on vacation. So, and yesterday was the first. I don't know when this will go up, so I say yesterday. I mean the first, not yesterday as in whatever day yesterday is when you hear this. So yeah, we shall see. But this is way longer than expected, so I am ending this. And I will talk to you all later. Bye, Gremlins.